That is interesting indeed. And it is true. The paradox should have happened.
Approaching the ring from parts unknown. The Barbarian.
I mean, how can you wrestle with your future self without causing a paradox to happen? I think the doctor is onto something. He'll have to be taken to a back seat for now. I mean, the doctor is facing off against Link right here, right now. Whoever wins this match goes on to face Zyler in the quarterfinals of this year's tournament. The doctor has to be focused on this match and not on John Locke. Still, I mean, if you don't know what a paradox is, it's basically like you can't cause something that you know has already happened. Basically a time anomaly that cannot happen. It's kind of like the grandfather paradox. I mean, you can't go back in time to kill your own grandfather, or else you won't exist. If you don't exist, you can't kill your grandfather. And it's basically set up in a way that it's an impossible event that you just cannot do. A good example is pretty much what Fry did to his grandfather. That was a grandfather paradox. But the reason why that worked out in the end is the fact that Fry became his own grandfather. It somehow balanced out to him. So there's something like that going on, and I do believe the doctor has its... He obviously must have it sort of pinned down, but he doesn't know exactly what. All this time jargon gives me headaches, and speaking of headaches, I just got back from a 3D movie. Oh, but the movie was definitely good. I mean, this is coming out like 2 weeks after it's probably premiered or something like that. And I watched Iron Man 3. Well, it was a pretty good movie. If you haven't seen it, I'd actually go suggest watching it. Oh, and for those comic book fans who hate the little twist in it, really, I thought it was quite entertaining, and almost a 2 count for the Doctor almost winning this one. Yeah, you probably already heard of that. There's a twist regarding one of the characters, or I should say one of the villains. I really don't think it's such a big deal. But that's just me. I thought it was quite entertaining, and then, yes, I know it kind of cheapens how the character is usually portrayed, but you know, it would be hard enough to portray that character in the Iron Man series to begin with, so I think that's the only good way to actually get that villain in there, to be honest. And you've noticed that I haven't said anything about it because I want people to avoid spoilers on it for those who haven't watched it yet. basically my 2 cents on that film. Looks like Link has control of this matchup. Link with a belly-to-belly no, not a belly-to-belly. It's a suplex, whatever. And wait a sec, here, Link going for the sword and shield. He's setting up for it, and he connects with it. But Link, he has to go for that for the pin. 1, 2, and no, he's only able to get a 2 count. Doctor tosses him aside. He looks like he's a little bit hurt. Link blocks him, gets him into a bulldog. Doctor back up, trying for a spin kick, but misses. But he finally connects with that one and knocks him down with a European uppercut. Now the Doctor getting him with several chops right to the chest, right in the corner there. Link ducks him, gets him with some chops of his own. Link lets him go. Wait a sec. Link going, I think he's going for the Boston Crab, but he's too close to the ropes. He has to let go. Link setting him up for a Russian leg sweep. A modified version of it. Oh, it's like Doctor tosses him from over the top ropes. Link was not expecting that. And he's back up, and Doctor gets him with a Hurricane Rana. From off of the top rope, in fact. Doctor lifts him up and slams Link's head against the barricade. Now dragging Link to the corner. And I've never seen this from the Doctor. It's like he has a different passion. Link stops him, but still, notwithstanding, getting some damage to that arm of his. Oh, and Doctor knocks him down. Doctor, oh my God, he's dragging him over to steel steps! Seriously, I've never seen the Doctor do this before. Link blocks it and knocks him back. The Doctor seems to be a little bit more focused in this matchup than I've ever seen him. I mean, the only time I've ever like I've seen him win a big matchup, and that one big matchup that he's had was against Dr. Doom. Apparently they're enemies in the future for some reason. I still haven't figured out why. Doctor knocks him down with a side effect. Wait a sec. The Doctor's setting up for the sonic screwdriver. Link is down on the ground. Doctor goes for a cover, but only able to get the 2 count. Doctor going to the top rope. Oh, just barely getting him with that chop, but it seemed to do little damage to Link. It just knocked him down for a sec. Doctor reverses the Irish whip. It's like, what's the Doctor gonna do here? Going to the top rope. And it looked like he clotheslined him down. 1, 2, and no, only able to get a 2 count after that. Oh, Link blocks that punch. It's the "you can't see me" punch. And Link going for cover after a Death Valley drop. Link back up, knocking back the Doctor. The Doctor going for a belly-to-belly suplex after grabbing Link's leg. This match is just heating up. Nobody wanting to stay down. It's like the Doctor, he picks up Link, and once again, another sonic screwdriver. And going to the top rope. Oh my God, Link got his legs up. And now going for the Boston Crab. Putting a lot of pressure on the Doctor's back. The Doctor powering out of it. He didn't want to submit there. Wait a sec. But Link has him, gets him behind. Gets him with a back suplex. With the Doctor back up with a running bulldog. Link fighting back as best he... What the hell was that? He's going for cover, but... What the hell was that? Link went around the Doctor and he connected with a body splash that defied all physics, folks. I said it, that defied all physics. And there's the sword and shield. And Link going for a cover. And Doctor kicks out. My God! Doctor back on his feet, but not for too much longer. Wait a sec, the Doctor fighting back. But he has the referee and he throws him away. Not a good plan, especially with the fact that Link setting him up for the Skyward Strike. Going for a cover. 1, 2, 3, and this one's over. And Link will be going on to face Sylar in the quarterfinals of the RCW tournament.
Here is your winner, the Barbarian.
What a good showing for the Doctor. Showing a little bit of his aggressive side, which we very rarely see here in RCWE. But Link was able to fight all that off, get him with the Skyward Strike, and win this matchup. He's one step closer to becoming #1 contender. Kenny's smarts is just not so good. Well, apparently MXC and Razor and an unnamed partner will be facing off. I don't know when this is going to happen.
The following approaching the ring. The part unknown.
Never even gave a date about when this is going to happen. Eventually find out from the general manager about what's going to happen with that matchup, when it's going to happen. But right now it's going to be Ron Stoppable versus the Angry Video Game Nerd. Red made this matchup last week. Nerd and Niku started after they started fighting with each other. Red agreed that they shouldn't be fighting before the matchup had Rise to Greatness, but pretty much thought that they needed to get their aggressive thoughts, or whatever you want to call it, out on somebody at least. Last week, Riku faced off against Niku, and unfortunately for Niku, he lost that matchup. It was a big win for Riku. Tonight, we'll see whether or not the Angry Video Game Nerd will be able to beat Ron Stoppable. Remember, Ron Stoppable won the RCW tournament last year. But ever since his matchup with his ex-girlfriend, Kim Possible, he hasn't had too much luck in his matchups. We'll see whether or not he can make up for it here tonight. Well, this match has started, and we have a stare down. Oh no! The Nerd punches him right down. And Ron kicks the Nerd right into the back of the head with that enziguri. Ron misses with a kick, and that leaves Nerd open to do that with several shoulder tackles. Ron quickly back up. What's Ron gonna set up here? Just slamming him down from off of, with leverage from those ropes. Then kicking him with that spinning kick of his. Ron definitely showing why he's a master of monkey kung fu. Corner, and he gets him with that DDT. Ron waiting for the Nerd to get up just so he could do this. A kick right to the back of the head. Wait a sec, the Nerd knocks him back. Nerd getting him with a neck breaker. Throws Ron into the corner. Gets him with that elbow. Now going to the top rope. All while Ron trying to get back up. And they're taking down Ron, and then Just that insult right to the face of Ron with that boot of the nerd. And Wade's like, Ron! With the whisper in the wind. Getting a little distracted with how I'm trying to save some words. You know me, I always butcher something up when I'm talking, but I mean, you've known that for a long time. And there's a side effect by Ron Stoppable. It's like Ron doing something really stupid there that he should have did. Because now the nerd uses that to his advantage. But Ron gets in behind and with a crane kick right to the chest of the angry video game nerd. And now Ron getting in some of his chops in. Oh, but the nerd ducks it and gets in several chops of his own. That last one sounded like it was painful. And wait a sec. There's the STF. The STF by the angry video game nerd. But Ron just powers out of it. Taking down the nerd in the meantime. What's Ron doing here? Getting in several shoulder tackles. Very fancy way of doing them. And the nerd getting back up and taking down Ron. Looks like he's got a little bit surge of adrenaline here. And yes, he does. Just punches the living hell out of Ron. Now going for a lion salt. He's going for a cover. 1, 2. No. No, there's... Just couldn't get the 3 count. Ron knocks him back. Oh my... There's the mystical monkey kick, but he's too close to the ropes. And that was just a very quick one, but... Sometimes those quick ones can be very effective, but the nerd blocks that last mystical monkey kick and knocks him down flat. Now the nerd sends him to the corner, slamming his head against the mat. Oh, wait a sec. The nerd setting up for the F-bomb. Going for the cover, but he's too close to the damn ropes. Oh, trying again. But Ron gets out of it. Oh, and there's the mystical monkey kick. But he's not going for the cover. Well, instead, Ron doing some more damage. Especially getting him right in the head, and it looks like, yes, it looks like the nerd is bleeding. At least I think he is. And Ron misses! Ron misses with the mystical monkey kick! Gets in behind, going for a submission lock. And yes, the nerd can continue. Oh my god, the nerd, he got him with a chicken wing. And now going courtesy of Niku Bellic with the Liberty City Struggle. Pretty much a lot of people have this move in this game. Seriously. They need to add more submission holds in these matchups so that, well, especially to the back. I mean, you could do a lot more. 1, 2, and the Nerd almost gets the win. What the hell was Ron doing there? Was he trying to pull off what Link could do? Because seriously, that was freaking strange. It's like Ron going to the top rope and what? No! Not connecting with that. The Nerd connecting with his knees, but Ron able to get a poke to the eyes. Oh, and he connects with the mystical monkey kick. And this one's gonna be over here, folks. 1, 2, and no! The Nerd kicks out! Ron jumping over him and getting him with that double arm chop. Up against the ropes. The Nerd has got to do something here if he wants to win this matchup. Oh, and another mystical monkey kick by Ron. And what is Ron going to set up to do here? Oh, just has to set up for one more for good measure. And he connect. No, he doesn't. The Nerd getting in behind, going for a sleeper hold. Will Ron tap out? No, Ron gets out of it. A close call for Ron Stoppable. The Nerd is back up and he knocks him down. He's back up. The Nerd with a surge of adrenaline gets in behind, takes him down with that back body drop. Or sorry, back suplex. Why the hell I called it back body drop, I don't know. The Nerd tossed back. Ron with a weak kick, and that, I think that spells the end with the Game Breaker! And wait a sec, the Nerd not going for the cover. Setting him up. This is very risky. With the F-bomb! 1, 2, 3, this one's over. And the Nerd wins this one in a very close matchup. And if this doesn't prove that the Nerd isn't supposed to be in the #1 contender's position, then I don't know what will convince you.